Someone explain this to me. A husband goes to work in an office 8 hours a day. A wife goes to work 8 hours a day in an office. The kids go to school 8 hours a day. Everyone feels like they're in a prison institution between the hours of 8 to 5, under yellow fluorescent lights, typing all day long. Then everyone finally comes home, burnt out. The kid has like 3 hours of homework and sports, and you get maybe 2 hours with your family before bed. And then we only get 2 days out of the week where we're completely free to do whatever we want. We used to be outside. We used to be farming, living in communities. Now we're in front of screens all day long, in pointless meetings with micromanaging bosses. I cannot tell you how many meetings I've been in that have been completely pointless. All of this could have been a 3-sentence email. I have 3 bullet points worth of action items, yet it had to be a 30-minute meeting. But nope, I have to spend hours every single day in pointless meetings. People in corporate, what else are we using other than fireflies to not crash out at our job?
Is anybody else just over it? Like, I don't know even what I'm over, but I'm just over it. Like, everything. I'm just kind of over everything, you know? Like, I'm over it.
I think a lot of people are basically losing interest in life itself. And this is like not something that is like very loud, or people just, being like, oh my God, I'm so tired, from stress or work stress. It's actually a very silent one. People are actually slowly starting to not feel like life is no longer exciting to a lot of people, or like a fatigue. Just don't feel like they even want to participate in life anymore. Everything just seems weird. A lot of people are at that point, and a lot of people are getting to that point where they are just so exhausted with life in general. It's like, it's not a suicidal situation where, oh, people just want to, offer themselves. No, it's just like they just don't want to participate. They're just tired because they just feel like it doesn't make any sense going around in this endless loop. So we're going to be checking out these videos, but before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button. It helps the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
And lately, I just been so overwhelmed and tired. Like I'm just ready for a time away, a break, a breather, something. Life right now, it just feel like something is steady happening. Whether it be work, bills, something in politics, we did this, they did that. This finna go up, can't afford this, gotta figure out how to make this happen. Household, gotta make sure that's in order. Y'all, life feel like I'm straight on a roller coaster. And it's just slinging me forward. And I can't decide to get off. I don't see the end in sight. It's just like, bro, I want a break from life itself right now. I want a chance to actually just step back and breathe. On top of life just being what it is, time moving so fast. Like, even when the weekend come, it's like within the blink of an eye, it's gone. To the point, sometimes I don't even want to do nothing just to feel like I'm existing. I don't know if I'm the only one feeling like this, but like, bro, I'm so tired.
So you might notice within yourself and within others that you are starting to lose interest in a lot of things in your life. It's almost as if you're being numbed out. I don't know if you remember that old song by U2, Numbed or something like that. And it reminds me of this time right now. It's as if we're getting so much input into our system that we start to just completely tune out, and we completely start to go numb, or we completely start to reframe our entire lives. And if you're feeling like that, let me know in the comments. I know I definitely have. I definitely have gone through that phase, and I'm still going through that phase of turning away from parts of society that I no longer agree with. And I think this is a very natural process. It's a natural process of waking up, and it's also a natural process that we're seeing all around us right now. And as society is getting louder and louder through social media and through regular media, through all the crazy stuff that are happening around us, we start to, it's almost as if the layers of us that had any interest in that starts to be peeled away. We no longer feel interested in some of the hobbies that we used to have. We no longer feel interested in some of the festivities and celebrational, holidays that we have, or spending time with our family and friends.
I don't want to lock in. I want to rise and rot. I'm tired, Like right now, I wake up at a time that confuses my ancestors, and then I roll back over like a Victorian widow with no prospects. I don't want to optimize my mornings. I want to lobotomize my thoughts. Okay? Like I don't need a routine. I need a window, some indirect sunlight, and a vague plan to maybe eat eggs by 1:30. And even that's risky because sometimes I remember they're just fetus and it grosses me out. But you get my point. I don't want to seize the day. The days have seized me right up the ass and back. Okay? Maximize your network. For what? So I can answer more emails? So I can be more reachable? I think not. No, I want to be mysterious, unavailable, and extremely hydrated. Like, I'm still going to work out, you know, but just enough to look good naked and be able to fight. That's it. Like, I ain't training for the Olympics. I'm training for situations, you know. And everybody's like, you should learn something new every day. Why? I already know too much. I've seen enough. Not impressed. Like, I've read text I shouldn't have read. I've understood vibes I wish I didn't. You know, my brain's full. We're at capacity. My cup runneth over. You know. Like, I just want to wake up, ignore some responsibilities, have a little brunch, maybe spiral just a touch, and lay back down like I fought a war that I don't remember. Like, I just want to be well rested and mildly impressive. Because I'm tired.
You're ever at work and then you look around and you're like, damn, we're all part of a system. Because I always think that, and I always trying to find a way to get out. Oh my gosh. But here I am. It's the only way I get money. It's not, we shouldn't be living like this, to be honest.
And honestly, keep all that stupid ass, generic ass advice. You can keep it, boo. Oh, just take it one day at a time. Yeah, what the f*** you thought I could skip Tuesday, bitch? Oh, just be yourself. Yeah, who else the fuck can I be? I have no choice. Damn, say something worth listening to. Call me back, please. Thank you.
It took me 25 years to realize that everything is a lie. I have a degree in biology. I served in the Marine Corps as an officer. I was a programmer. I did everything society wanted me to do. Then I realized one thing. I had completely lost myself. I wasted my entire life. My 7-year-old self didn't want this. I was born wild and then became livestock. Religion is a lie, science is a lie, government is a lie, the banking system is a lie, the education system is a lie, everything is a lie. It took me too long to realize that everything was designed to deceive people, to control people, to manipulate people. But I still see people just obeying without any question. They just follow all these bullshit authorities like slaves. My name is Uri from South Korea, 26 years old. I'm here to fight.
I think part of society's problem is that we've just became that's just the way it is type of society. And that's why we're at where we're at today. Because of that's just the way it is. Like for example, like when it comes to like prices and rent and all of the things, you get people that's just like, well, that's just the way it is. We just have to deal with it. And that's the problem. See, I'm a why type of person. I ask why, I ask questions, I ask why about the rules, all that type of stuff. My mom always said this since I was little. I like to question rules because if it don't make sense to me, I want to know why. Why? Like, it just doesn't make sense, and that's the problem. Like, we've just let it go. We let stuff go on for so long, and we just became, well, that's just the way it is. Just because something is that way doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's right at all. A lot of shit that's going on is completely wrong. Completely wrong. And then you got those people that try to make other people feel as if they're wrong for questioning the way things are. And then they try to make you seem like you're a fool for not being a part of the majority. Nah, it won't be me. I will never be a part of the collective. I will never think like the collective. No, I'm gonna go against the rules every time. Every time.
So by the end of this video, you're either going to think I'm a genius or an idiot. And both of your opinions might be true, actually, but I'm going to tell you why. Okay, hold on. I quit my job. I emptied out my 401k. I sold everything that I owned in Florida. Now that sounds crazy, right? For somebody being only in their 40s. I wasn't happy. I'd been working in a hospital for 10 years, clocking in and out every single day, absolutely miserable, depressed, seeing all these people sick on a daily basis. And I just could not find the positivity. I could not find the good. I kept feeling like, our system is making these people sick, and then we're trying to help them, but then, we give them pills and then they get other side effects. And, I'm literally watching this unfold over 10 years, and I saw my future. I saw me getting caught up just as so many of my other coworkers have in this system, where we're going to end up no better than these patients laying in the bed. So I said, all right, well, this is not going to work. What else do I have? What's most valuable? My time, my energy, my creativity, my love, my flow, my passion. And I have long forgotten about that due to children and career and job and money and society and chasing this facade of, having more and more and more. And I could not keep doing it to myself. I was making myself sick. So my youngest turned 18. Now I had found love, good love, after a long period of bad love, but good love. So, when you find the right person, it takes all of your powers and it doubles them. And he wants the same thing I do. And I no longer wanted to stick with that mentality of working to live instead of living to work. I wanted my time back. I wanted my life back. So we came up with a plan. We paid off all of our debts and everything just completely lined up. And now, we have several years where we don't have to work. And this is the idiot part. We don't have insurance, but I'm betting on my health. You know why? Because I paid so many years into medical insurance and I never used it. Nobody talks about how many years you have medical insurance. If you're a healthy person, you don't use it. It's sitting there doing nothing. So I'm like, you know what? Forget that. I don't need insurance. If something happens, I'll figure it out. Because I paid so much into a system that I never got anything out of. I paid so much into a car insurance that I never got anything out of. And I'm so tired of paying into these systems just in case, out of fear of something happening. So I said, forget it. I'm done. You know what? I don't need that. Is it risky? Yeah. I'm taking a bet on myself. I'm taking a bet that I can figure out in several years in a very relaxed, beautiful setting while living my best life, while I have peace and no stress. I will figure out how to make money. But there's no rush. I clocked out. I'm done. You guys can have it. You can have your Stanley Cups. You can have whatever. Keep it. I just want off the treadmill. That's all. And so I guess I'm an idiot because I have so many people in my comments being like, how can you? Whoa, you're dumb. Why would you? I gave up a great career making fantastic money to bet on myself. Kind of crazy, right? Really stupid, I know. Find your joy, guys.
I just witnessed my friend having a mental breakdown because somebody told him that they're gonna buy a house. And it was very weird because it wasn't because he was jealous. It wasn't because he was envy of the other guys telling him that he was going to buy a house. I just watched him awake for the first time, step outside the system for the first time. He looked at me and he said he just felt this emotion that he couldn't explain to himself. He felt confused. He felt frustrated. He told me, hey, Andy, everywhere I look, every person I look, they all go for the same step. They get a job, they go to school, and then around age 27, 28, they all plan to buy a house, and they get a mortgage, and that's how their life go. And he tells me that it feels like everybody's being programmed. And he's having this mental breakdown, and I thought to myself, wow, I get to see somebody awake their mind to step outside the system to look at it and understand that most of our decisions is not our own decisions, but rather it's decisions that society have made. You're gonna get a school, you go to school, you're gonna get a college loan. Once you're in debt, you're gonna work to pay off your debt, and then you get another mortgage or potentially car loan, a different thing, and continue working. And by the time you pay off everything, potentially around the age 60 or 65, you retire, and then you hit your midlife crisis. For the first time, you got time to think about what do you want to do with your life. Everything's paid off. What now? And then you start living your life again. And I just watched him at the age of 24 suddenly went through this awakening and sitting there and keep asking me, but like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Everybody around me, everybody, and he's Chinese, of course. In China, everybody's fixated in just getting a house. And just like in America also, with the American dreams. And he was so captivated by these ideas, he started going into learning more about stock, learning more about SGOV, different government bond, and other investment option other than a house. And I thought to myself, is it a good thing necessary for him to be awakened? Or would life be better, or you feel more joyful and fulfillment as you just chase after the goal that society have already planned for you? That is always a dilemma that I thought about. And truth be told, I don't think awakening is necessary for everybody, because some people might never get out of it. And now my biggest worry for him would be if he able to sustain his own mind and not go down the rabbit hole of everything is meaningless, but rather understand the systems and then think of a way to change his life, potentially learn more about investment, learn about a way for money to work for him rather than using his time to exchange for it. Because I think one of the biggest trap of anyone under the age of 21 or even college age or even early adult is when they realize how things actually work, especially within the financial world, they give up, or they feel like it's meaningless, or they start sitting home, they don't look for employment, they don't try to do a life becomes such a difficult task to save up your first couple $1,000,000, and they'll be like, what's the point? And I think that's a trap that anyone who's going for their enlightenment should be aware of. And I wanted to share this is if anyone who ever also have these type of enlightenment. I remember mine happened when I was 16 years old, and I understood, and I said to myself, okay, I understand how to work now. So I shifted my priority in college. I shifted my priority doing my work and business. And from there on, it was mainly focusing on building a wealth in order to one day, for my family, for everyone around me to be able to live in and do whatever they want. So it was a very honorable and interesting moment to see somebody awake for the first time and break outside of the systems.
I woke up at like 4 something this morning, and I was already dreading going to my job. And so I hopped on my computer and I started searching for and applying for jobs. But I wonder if you guys like have experienced this feeling as well. Anytime I'm searching for and applying for jobs online, it's like an overwhelming like frustration that I feel, because it's like I'm trying to trade in working at one plantation for the other, knowing that I don't want to do any of these jobs. And it's not that I'm lazy. I've been working since I was 16 years old. I don't have anything left in me to aspire to work any of these jobs. Like, getting hired by another company would provide a short-term relief, I guess, because like I will be leaving one job and all the trouble that comes with that one, but then I'm still in this system and having to, work similar hours, do a job that's not my sole purpose or passion. And it's just like, it feels like I'm searching for a new plantation, like searching for a new master that'll give me a role to do on their plantation for 8 hours every day. And I know that's probably like a dramatic comparison, but it really does feel that way for me, because I'm so over it. I know that like this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. However, it's all I've really known. Like, again, working since I was 16, and I learned then that I started working at McDonald's when I was 16. I learned that my time could be traded for low pay. And since that time, like, I've obviously like increased my pay, and I've had like jobs where I have had like real like responsibilities, and I've had titles that sound like I'm really doing something, but it's all like the same thing to me. Like it's all saying that my time is not worth much. And so I got to figure this out, because it's like, yeah, I can leave this job and be happy for a moment, but at the same time, I'm still working 9 to 5. I'm still, I still have a boss. I still have to, work within certain like metrics and KPIs and stuff. And so, is there really freedom in leaving the current company I'm at for another one?
It's so crazy. I see all these TikToks with so many people who are over 30 who do not have anything figured out. And it's so crazy to me because while they don't have it figured out, they're also struggling. I'm about to be 35. I don't have nothing figured out. My retirement plan, don't have one. Savings, barely have one. Life plan, barely have one. Like what is happening, bruh? Like what? I feel like we have been dealt the shittiest hand. I feel like we did everything that we were supposed to do. Go to school, get a job. I know people working 2 jobs and it's still not enough, bruh. When is we as millennials, when are we going to speak up? Because this shit is getting...
This whole thing is not a fun feeling. I feel like it makes people, especially like sometimes when people even have so much awareness of how everything works, like the system, the world is, it gets people to the point where it's like they just don't want to participate, have the energy, or they have like decision fatigue, emotional and mental fatigue. People just don't have the need or feel this need to be chasing goals. Those are the things that before, like, people have fun doing, like, oh my god, like, I have this is my dream, this is things that I want to do, these are my goals, I'm gonna try to achieve this. Like, when you see some people, or a lot of more people, increased number of people getting to that point where those things just don't interest them anymore, they're just living like, like their body is here but their spirit and soul ain't here, really seriously deeply burnt out from the system. Honestly, it starts feeling like a treadmill where it's like you get to the point where whatever you even achieve, or things that you achieve, or you've been wanting to achieve, when you get them, it's like the excitement for it just goes away so quickly and it doesn't even matter anymore. And it took a lot for you to get to that point. Like, you wanted to get to that point, but it's like it no longer means anything. Like, you quickly adapt and go back straight to the baseline. But I feel like for younger adults who are experiencing the current economy right now, like the way things are and the way we thought life was going to be and what we are experiencing, that's where we are at. A lot of people do not have hope that things could change or be better. So they're at this burnt out point where it's like, what else? Like, because everything just seems difficult. It becomes like things are so difficult to the extent where you're not, like, what else can you do about it? Like, really? So you just give up. Like, that situation where a person mentally just give up about everything. They just let life just keep going however it feels like going, because enough is enough. Like, what else can you do? If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.